Alright, what's up? Today, I'm going to teach you how to learn green bass, or green space on bass. That was the Seinfeld theme. Alright. Alright, so let's start off with the intro. The intro starts off with the guitar, but then the bass comes in with its own little riff. I don't actually remember how it goes, but I'll remember. Right about here. Alright, yeah, that's it. Alright. So starting off on the G string, the high string. So that's going to be 11, 12, 13, like that. And then 12, 11. Then you're going to do 12, hammer on 14, and then just pick 12. So you're going to pull off 14 again after that. So it's going to be like that. Then you're going to play 11. And then it's going to be 12, 10 on the D string. Oh, you're in drop D, by the way. I forgot to tell you this. Drop D. So tune down E string to D. So it's going to match this string right here. To put away any confusion, though, I'm still going to call this the E string, even though it's tuned down to D. Because I'm not going to say, oh, this one's a high D and this one's a low D. I don't know, it's too much effort for me. Once again, how to tune down to drop D. Play 7 on the bottom string, the lowest string, and then turn the peg flat until it rings with the A string. So, start again. Intro. It's going to be 12, 10 on the D string, and then 12 on the A string, and you're going to slide it down. That's what comes after. So, altogether, that intro is going to be. And then you're going to slide up to 12 on the E string. And then you're going to hold that for a while. And you're going to play 10 and then 5. Back again to 12. And then you're going to do this little thing. So that's open 10, 12. And then 10, 12. And that's going to be 10, 8, and then 8 on the A string. I guess technically it's 10, open, 8, open, 8 on the A string. But the opens are really fast. Also, if you want to, you can just play. It sounds pretty much the same. Alright, let's take that from the beginning. So that's the whole intro. So let's play that in context. Wait for now. Right, here's right there. So when they return to that first chord, when the guitarist returns to that first chord, that's when you should come in. So you should hit this note right here when the guitarist returns to that first chord, and that first chord sounds like this. That's the chord. So you're going to play this little bit first. And they return that first chord, and the bass came in. That's that clean intro, but then it becomes distorted and heavy. And it becomes distorted and heavy when you do that. So then this is what the bass part is going to sound like for the rest of the intro. So let's go through that. That's going to be open. You're going to hit open twice. And then right after that second time, you're going to slide to the 12th fret. And then you're going to let it go and hit the open again. And you're going to hit the open twice. And then do 12, 14, 12. So all together. On the 10 and the 5. I'm going to do open 5, 7, and then 5 on the A string. Just practice that bit real quick. Alright, let's do from the heavy part. Then repeat that first beginning part. And this time you're going to do that same part from the beginning where you go 10, open, 8, open, and then 8 on the A string. Now you're going to do that little bit, which is going to be 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. And then open 8, 10. And this is on the A string. And then 8 on the D string. Alright, and that's the equivalent of one repetition of the heavy part. So you're just going to play that again, the exact same way. And that's the whole intro. So it's going to be like this. That's what I meant to play. All right. Oh, and that's also the same as the verse. The verse is also just... So you're just going to keep on repeating that. Make sure you really get that part down. All right. Let's go from the very beginning. That's when the start of the intro is. after that, so at the end of the verse, we have a heavy, sort of distorted pre-chorus, which sounds like this. Basically, that's going to be, so that's open, slide up to 5, and then 3, 5, 3, or I guess 3, 5 open, and then 3, and then 5. And you're going to do 3 hits of each. It's the same pattern as the intro and the verse, but it's just on the open string, 3 and 5. So it's... You slide up to 5 instead of sliding up to 12. And then you do 3 hits on the 3 string, on the 3rd fret, and then 3 hits on the 5th fret. And you do open 3, 5, and you hit that 3rd fret of the A string. Like this. Just like that, but it's on open 3, 5. Alright, let's go from the beginning of the pre-chorus. That's it so far. You don't have to play that last part if you don't want to. Because the guitarist plays that part also, but it would sound cool if you learned it. But once again, if you can't, it's alright. Alright, but what that part is 5-3 on the D string, and then 5 on the A string, and then 3 on the D string, and then 5-3-2 on the A string. 5-3 D string, 5 A string, 3 D string, 5-3-2 A string. Pretty fast, so if you want to, you can just play what you did before, where it was instead of. Alright, but that's the pre-chorus. You just repeat that part. I'll play the whole thing again. Second time, if you can, once again, if you can't play this part, then you probably won't be able to play this part, but if you can, it's pretty cool. It's going to be just the same thing, but 7 frets up, so you do 1 string up and 2 frets over. That's going to be 7, 5 on the G string, and then 7 on the D string, 5 G string, and then 7, 5, 4 on the D string. Alright, and then what I do is I do this. Actually, I'm gonna play along to the song so you know what it sounds like in context. It probably sounds pretty crazy right now. But here's what it sounds like. So that part, I actually have it in GarageBand. I have it go from really quiet to really loud, so it's kind of hard to play that pretty accurately. It was a lot easier to play it on a pick like that, but with fingers, it's harder to do dynamics. Basically, what I was playing is I was playing 5th fret G string, and I was playing 8th notes. What would be easier probably and would sound the same as the 3rd fret of the A string, which is just an octave down. Or you could do quarter notes, which is also easier. Try going from like really, really quiet as possible to really, really loud. Have the chorus. So this is what it's going to sound like. I'm just going to play it, and then I'll play it in GarageBand, and then I'll play it on my bass. Here's what it sounds like on bass. It's pretty simple compared to the rest of the song, but it's going to be 1, 2, 3. That's the whole rhythm. It's like that. And you're just playing on different notes. So it's going to be start off with open E, or I guess low D string, and then 7, and then 5, and then 3. And on the last note of each repetition, so on the so you know how it's 3 notes for or 3 repetitions for each note. On the 3rd note, you can play open. Come in. Hi. Yeah. I record stuff. That's all right. Love you too. So how each note we play it 3 times. On the 3rd repetition, you can just play the open string while you're transitioning between each notes. I think it also sounds better. So instead of playing like this, you could play this. Might not notice a difference, but I think it sounds better and it's easier to play. So that last part is going to be 3 open, 3, 5 on the bottom string, and then 3 on the A string. So all together like this. repeats again, but with different notes. So it's going to be open 7, 6, 5 this time, instead of open 7, 5, 3. And I don't usually do that thing the second time around. So I only do it on the first half. And then that's the same bass riff for the whole chorus. So you're just going to repeat that. I'll play the whole thing for you. Alright, that's the whole chorus right there. Let's play along to it. Post-chorus. Sounds pretty crazy. Is kind of crazy. Don't worry about it. It's gonna sound like this. Alright, so let's go through that. So we're going to start off with, it's kind of the same rhythm from the verses and stuff like that. It starts off like the same rhythm. We're going to do open, slide up to 12, and then open string again, and then 12, 14, 12, open. But then this is where it changes up. We're going to do 10, 10, 12, 14, 12. So it's going to sound like this. Actually, wait, no, it's 10, 10, 12, 14, open. Right. Then I'm going to do 3, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 3, 5. No, wait, 3, 5, 5, 5, 3, 5, 5, 5. That's what I meant to say. It's going to sound like that. I'm going to hammer on the 5. That's going to be on the E string. All right, all together. This requires a lot of hand movement. And then you're going to play. Repeat it again. But instead of doing the 3, 5, 5, 5 part, you're just going to play 5 notes on the 10th fret of the A string. And I don't know if it's like they're 5th notes, like how there's like thirds and half notes, but I think that's what they are. But they sound like this. Wait, I meant 8th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. All right, I'm gonna play along to it now. Back to the verses. You're going to play the same exact thing that you played for the first verse. All right. It's the exact same thing. this is different from the first time where we go. Because this time, instead of playing the whole time, you're only going to play for the last 8 notes. So it's going to start off, each instrument is going to come in every 4 notes. So it's going to start off with just guitar, lead guitar. You're going to do the first 5 notes, the first 4 notes, and then the rhythm guitarist comes in, and they're like, they're doing the same thing. And then the bass comes in right then, and they're going, and then the drummer comes in, and they do a cool snare fill, like that. Which is very cool. I'd say so. So you're only doing 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that. Or you could do, so if you're doing quarter notes, you do 4. And you don't have to mess with playing them soft at first and then loud. You just do all out. If you can, do that part. 5th fret, G string. I understand if not, but it sounds cooler there. Alright, and then we do the chorus again, same thing as before. Retardando. Don't say that word. Starting when we do the 5th notes, as I called them, we do a retardando. Just get slower and slower until the drummer does a fill and lets us know that we're good to come back into the song. So that the breakdown part, that's going to be 3 notes, 3 hits per note. It's going to be open, 3, and then 3, 5. Fret at twice the speed instead of it's, and then you go open string, and then you're gonna play exactly like this. No change in the rhythm at all. That's gonna be 5 on the A string, 8 on the E string, and then 5 on the E string. Like that. But then after you do 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, that's gonna be 5, 4, 3. That's the progression. It's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 3. And then on the last note, instead of doing the 3 notes, we're going to do this interesting rhythm. If you can't do the... It's kind of like a galloping. I understand if you can't do that, then in that case you can just do single notes instead of double notes. It's going to be... you kind of got to get like the tempo down, but it's going to... Alright, let's play from the 5, so it's going to be... And then you're going to do 3, 5, and then 3 on the A string. Like that. Alright. I'll just play. Alright, and then you repeat that whole thing. Alright, let me start over. I messed up. Breakdown, starting at the retardando. So before we slow down, it's going to sound like this. I'm going to start at that speed. Else is done letting their guitars ring out, just make sure you turn down the volume knob. You don't want to be weird, be the only one ringing out. Alright, but that's the whole song. Thanks for watching.